Okay, well, it's saying that I'm live right now. I'm actually going to do something a little bit different. Um, Something I've never done before on YouTube. I've actually never done this. Basically just going to show y'all a little bit of like what I'm doing when I'm not like goofing off with my friends on Talk Heavy podcasts and on different uh, podcast shows or whatever. Show y'all what I do as a professional artist. Um, I'm kind of just going to work on like I guess some like warm up stuff. I'm gonna draw a character that I don't really draw like that. Um, I'm gonna do a Spider-Man joint. I'm gonna do a Spider-Man joint real quick. Um, and hopefully y'all enjoy this, and I'll figure out a better way to do this and make this more entertaining. Y'all gonna probably have to listen to some of the weird music that I listen to while I'm drawing and things like that. And I gotta remember to make sure that I'm switching to the camera angles um, that makes this more entertaining for y'all. So I guess I'll start off with let me see where I want to go with this. Y'all want to see it from this perspective? No, we'll work with the hands right here. We'll work with the hands. Let's see what we got. And I got this new artist that I've been listening to. Um, got a strange name. His name is Julie, but it's spelled like GVLL. But I'm gonna let y'all listen to his music too. Vibe out to that a little bit and work on this Spider-Man joint, whatever. Let's see what we got. Hopefully y'all can still hear me while I got this music going. Um, I'm gonna start off by just getting like the basic framing of his body and stuff like that. Let's go. But I'm still gonna stay out for the week. I bet he assume that a bitch wanna kiss me on my cheek. And my ex one say she miss me on my tweet. If you seen that I had no birthday on the floor with me. Try to get the basic torso. You just want to know where stuff is going. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Make that like the shoulders right there. Gotta figure out that very Spider-Man like pose. You know he be having his hands weird ways and stuff like that. So it'll be real rough in the beginning. Yeah, this dude's music is so weird, but it's fire. Alright. Now we need something that's going to represent like the pelvic area. Kind of like you building a snowman almost. So it might seem weird at first, but then you'll start seeing the guidelines that start like putting it together. Like, okay, that's the chest. That's where the abs would start. The legs, almost like sockets. I want this leg coming a little forward, so. And I'm definitely not warmed up, so you might see me erasing like crazy trying to make this thing work. See. Yeah, this dude's music is super, like just a zone, I guess. Put you in a little trance. Trance, not the other words you might thought I said, man. You know what I mean? Just in case GB watching or something. Yeah,
It's a producer named Fuckboy.
that wasn't me talking, that's his tag. Y'all see how that's starting to shape up? And for me, if I don't draw for a long time, it actually gets difficult to try to remember like how all the different muscle groups like fit together. You know what I mean? You can't just generically be drawing anything. I remember when I was a little kid, I was just making up muscles that weren't real. You know what I mean? But right now, we're just figuring out the shape, man. So bear with me. And as you draw and you get into add more characters and stuff like that, you start to get faster and stuff like that. But in the beginning, just trying to make something work. So if you look at right here, you're thinking, okay, this should be somewhere where that knee action is coming in. There's always like a shin joint right here. And then you'll have, and that's the bad part is I don't know what none of the muscles are called either. So that's sad. And I don't know what these joints supposed to be called. I just know the basic shapes that go there, you know what I mean? What's up, y'all? Yeah, I'm drawing off the top. I mean, I have a picture of Spider-Man's costume because I don't know what their costumes look like by I don't know what their costumes look like by memory or nothing like that. I don't draw him enough. Somebody like Wolverine, I can pretty much like just draw, off the top for the most part. Or it'll be some version of him, you know what I mean? What's up, Godly? What's up, Monty? Money Earl, you know what I'm saying? My brother Leak in there. Yeah, so trying to see how we gonna put this thing together, man. Figure out how I wanna represent these muscle groups. And I've seen people do it different ways, so I'm sure there is a proper way, but then there's also, you have to factor in like style. Like sometimes people just draw muscles a certain way because they want a certain like effect from it. You gotta like balance those two things. Because it's like his arms might be real skinny right here, and then his legs be too built. But it's Spider-Man, so everybody got ways of drawing Spider-Man in their own like they own way, because he's a strange character in the way that like he poses and all of that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know what I want that other arm to do. It could be like maybe going out this way, going back, and then this part right here, this little beginning of this intro sounds like Evanescence, the end of Evanescence joint, I think called is it Tourniquet maybe? I wonder if that's what that sample is from. I am a music person as well. I was a signed writer for years. I know this looks really, 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 really sloppy, yo. And tell me too if you rather see it from this angle. Let me see this angle right here, where that's the main picture. I ain't know if it looks weird with it just kind of like look like it's drawing itself or whatever like that. But I need y'all feedback to learn how to do this in a way that's more entertaining for viewers. Normally when I'm drawing, I get to just wild out, zone out, and do my thing. I'm not usually thinking about how it feels for people watching. That's not normally my thing. You know what I mean? The original angle is perfect. You lose muscle memory. Yeah, when you stop for a minute, that's real. That's real. Thanks, Money Earl, man. Yeah, we definitely gonna do that, and I'm gonna be adding some more stuff to Patreon too, man. We're not playing around with the Patreon thing, man. We really want our Patreon to be something that everybody enjoys and they really see the value in it, man. You know, we've been podcasting for years and it's really just off of the love. You know what I'm saying? We don't make money doing podcasts. We do that, man, because we love to do it. And you know, as brothers, we get to come together. I wonder if I want to put his face a little more straighter. I don't know. No, I'm gonna leave it angled. We get to come together, you know, multiple times a week. You know, when you get older, you and your friends don't link up as much when you got family and all that, you know, stuff going on. And it also gives us a reason to, you know, be with each other often. You know what I mean? So it's a great thing for that. And then at the same time, we trying to make it where the contribution from our supporters leads to us being able to make more things. Because we don't want to just give y'all talk heavy. You know, we're fairly talented people and we want to be able to offer more things and also let people see more sides of us, not just the bugging outside, but you gotta understand like who, you know, a person like Slice really is, who GB really is. GB is really like a mechanical genius, a person that just can figure out how to build anything, like literally. He's not just the wild guy talking on the podcast, you know. A confident person, and confidence comes from knowing that you're a brilliant person. You know what I'm saying? We play stupid because it's fun. You know what I mean? And I know that sometimes we do too good of a job of pretending to be stupid. And people can think like, oh, these dudes are really stupid. Nah, man, we're not. I promise. You know what I mean? Slice is a very reputable person in the city of Philadelphia and has done a lot for the city of Philadelphia and the youth, you know, in Philadelphia. A lot of people see Slice as a, you know, uncle figure through all of the stuff that he's done working with kids, all of the football coaching. He's, you know, the president of Pop Warner Football. You know, a lot of people don't know that. All right, so this is giving me somewhat of a shape to go with. I'm not crazy about it, but it definitely works good enough for this exercise and for this test stream. The other thing is the way that I got this thing set up right now. What's up, McFly? The way that I got this thing set up right now, this isn't how I normally draw. I normally draw like hunched over my work, and I basically got this rigged out now to sit up straight so that the cameras are able to film it. So I'm actually not drawing in the position that would be optimally like comfortable for myself, but you know, gotta make it work, man. Trying to think of the way these muscle groups fit together, so I'm not just drawing any random stuff. That's the other part, man. It gotta make sense, man. Can't be just making anything. Just wanna know if you be consistent. I mean, I do want fuck sometimes. What y'all got going on now? What y'all got going on this Friday? Let's see how that is.
Baby girl, you should come right through and shake that tuckish with my crew. Used to feel like a teenage mutant. Now I be outside with my crew like teenage mutants. She like Juju, you the cutest. I make a go, I'm going Juju, that's you.
You got work tonight, bro? Godly. I'm an early morning person myself. You know what I mean? And I feel like the older I get, yo, you remember how like I don't know a lot of y'all like y'all grandmoms and all of that used to like wake up dumb early in the morning, bro. Like that's how I am now. And I'll just get right to it. I hit the drawing station and just start getting busy, you know what I mean? Oh, you was watching last night's episode and this popped up. That's what's up, Money Earl. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like where, like, cause I see like different versions of him. The way they draw like the spider on his chest and all of that. It's always different. You know what I mean? Cause remember, this right here is the rough layout level. Or layer or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is right here. And then you get into the other layers. Look, I don't even know how many legs go on this joint. I'm out here tripping. Somebody gonna be like, nigga, that ain't how it's done. But we figure it out. And I feel like just based off of this anatomy, I feel like the chest could come down a tad bit more possible. I'll figure it out. So if this went like that and this was all the way down, this would have to represent the rib cage here. I think that rib cage would kind of pop right here, and then you would kind of not really see the abs too much right here because it's in a crunched type of position. What would definitely like cast, you know, a shadow over this part. So I already know, you know, I'll mark it kind of like X'd out right here, and then you would run a lot of shadow right here and probably right here because of the arm. Now what I will do is I will increase the bicep. Man, give him a little bit more on that bicep, man. Still wanting representing some strength. And I'm at the tricep jump, build that up too. Even put some weight on, bro. Boom, here we go. She think that I'm cute like the voodoo. Baby, it's Juju. Every girl you make me want to squeeze y'all, but how you ride that, Lulu? Every girl you make me want to squeeze y'all, but how you ride that? Let me see. So I just took this night off for a few weeks because work is easy. Oh, he said waiting on the finish, but this the process. Like, and to keep it real, like if I don't have people, you know, like watching me, I'd probably be like stopping, eating, sipping something, like not liquor, but you know what I mean. I get up, stop. I don't know, I be dancing around a little bit too much with the tunes. Normally I had the tunes banging. And one thing when people start seeing some of these young, they're gonna be mad at me because I listen to a lot of like rock. I think rock music and comic books relate more. Um, and I rock with that really heavy. It's crazy because even though I grew up in the projects, I ain't care about rap like that when I was a little kid. I actually kind of thought about it like it was like my mom music, like the music that's on in the crib all day. You know what I'm saying? Boogie Down Productions, Rakim, all of that. You know, so it was all right. It's cool. It was just on, but I ain't really pay it no attention, and I didn't really think much of it musically or the lyricism. I always looked at rap like, oh man, that's easy. Like that's easy music. Even when I was a little kid, and I actually favored rock music, and people used to like clown like 100%. Like they couldn't stand it. I wanted to listen to that shit, and then plus people would be like, you can't relate to it. It's like, I don't need to relate to hood music. I live here. Like, I live here. It's outside. I don't need to hear it in the songs. That's how I feel. Like, what you mean? It's we live here. But then I felt differently the first time I heard Mobb Deep. I heard Mobb Deep and Shook Ones, and I not only became a rap fan, but like a real rap fan. I was like, no, I want to be a rapper. Like when I heard Prodigy rap, I said, oh no, this is it. I was like blown away for real. And then that put me on to paying attention to the other niggas in Queensbridge, like Nas and all of that. For some reason, Queensbridge seemed like Camden, New Jersey to me. It was like, it felt like they was from the same exact place. That's what it felt like. Nah, I never went to art school, and I wish I did, man, because art school forces you to practice the things you don't, you wouldn't want to do. And for me, I needed that because I would just skip to the parts that I wanted to draw. I love drawing like the heads of stuff and stuff like that. You're not drawing the body, or you're not drawing characters from the back. So you might memorize the placement of the muscle groups from a front facing aspect, but then realize you don't know how everything fits together from the back. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely beneficial for a person to go to art school. I think it's super beneficial. I don't know for the skill part. I don't know about for the making money part. You know what I'm saying? That's a different thing unless you moving into the technology realm, like animation and stuff like that. The stuff that I don't really know much about. I don't know nothing about actually like animating something and making it move around. That's not something I know. I know people assume if you know one thing, you know the rest. Yeah, QB. I was just a super Queensbridge rap fan, bro. Just get the placement of these fingers, and then I could figure out from there how I want them to go. The crazy part is, hands. For me, I could have a hit or miss day with them Jones, like where it's just flowing out of me, and then some days you'll be like so frustrated with it, and then some people, they don't have that problem. They just nice with it off rip. At the end of the day, what the client receives at the end, or whoever, is all that matters. Nobody cares how many times you had to redraw something or the frustration. Sometimes, really, all you gotta do is like take a break and step away from the joint. You come back and just nail it off top. I mean, I guess everybody has certain limits to their talent. Now, if you notice, when I erase some of this stuff away, I kind of go like this over it and leave some of it. It's because I do want to kind of see those other lines when I go to the layer where I'm going to make it like more of the permanent artwork. Let's say, I don't know whether this is like a rock or something that he's springing up on. Like I said, we really just getting a practice joint. Like he about to jump up there, just making his way. Boom. This is where he's getting his footing. I mean, whatever it may be. So now, what y'all think? Cool? You wanting to have bigger wings as far as his back muscles? You want him to be more busky? We could make him husky as hell back there. You know what I mean? See what else y'all got going on in the chat. It's another thing. I don't see y'all chat part on the actual screen. Do y'all see y'all chat on the screen? I want to make sure that I got that set up right. One thing about me too, man, I don't be knowing a lot when it comes to technology, for real. I had this joint all botched and messed up. But what I will guarantee you is, as I continue to do it, it'll get better. Okay, so now I gotta look at how Spider-Man costume breaks down. It's basically like a line that goes right here, goes down, and then this becomes glove at certain point. Yeah, it's like something like that. And same thing on the other side, down the center with the arm, and then how far down should it go? And then there's something down the middle saying Spider-Man rocking the baldy. Yeah, the chat not on screen, right? Hold on, let me see something, yo. About to figure this out right now. Where the chat at, yo? Yeah, it's supposed to be a chat right on the front, yo. I wonder, y'all don't see it here either? What I do is I run the Don Michael for everything. I run the Don Michael Jr. and be like, yo, bro, how do I see this? How do I see my chat on this joint, man? My peoples can't see. I want people to be able to see it on the screen when they rewatch it and be able to see y'all, talking without having to jump inside of the chat replay. Sometimes I see Spider-Man, he be having a big ass noggin, and I don't be knowing whether or not I should do it with the big noggin. Cause like I said, I don't be trolling him like that, and I wonder why. He's a very popular character. I don't know why I never really trolling Spider-Man like that. Hope I'm putting the boots in the right place. Might be a little high. Might be a little high up. Start the boots there, right? These will give me my guidelines. Give me my guidelines right here, boom. Give me right here, boom. Okay. Starting to figure it out. And remember, it's almost like this part was a different type material, so I'm gonna start trying to add little bits of like shadow play in there, or the suggestion of it, and then I figure it out more on the on a main joint, but you see how I'm like adding that in. When I go to the main joint, I clean it up even more. Here we go, here we go. This he ain't go all together, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I rock with this bull music because it's kind of just vibed out with it. Look, Cam overheated, heated. Ain't that something? You know what? I doubt it overheated. Let me see something. That joint right here is a what joint is it? It's a 7 I'll be having cameras that I hardly shoot with. That's the crazy part. Like, I hardly shoot with. It might need to be put on a setting that tells it. Let me see. Look, see how it came back on? It's probably on a setting that stops it from overheating. And since it's not actually recording, it's just being used as a webcam, that's what probably made it go off like that. Drawing on screen is not easier. It's weird because it's like drawing on glass, so you don't get the grip. So when you're trying to make like a perfect line, it's like it is actually more difficult in that for physical drawing. But the cool part is the fact that you see like how I could just make it like lighter like that and then get the real trace. And with traditional art, I would have to use the eraser to lighten it up. And you gotta clean up a lot more stuff, obviously, to erase something away, a mistake, and delivery. When a client want to get the stuff, you want to be able to just mail it to them. Back in the day, we used to have to scan the joint, then send it into them. It was really like, it's a pain, for real. So the convenience of being able to work digital, man, is all worth it. You know what I mean? The convenience is everything. But yeah, so I'm gonna block out some of these shadows as a reference for myself. So this will be all shadowed out. It should kind of get shadowed out underneath that part, to be honest. And then underneath the armpit, that should get shadowed out. It should generate some kind of shadow. You know what I mean? Oh, and matter of fact, I think his costume goes down like this too. I'm tripping. It like somehow goes like this. Yeah, it like go like that. Something like that. I'm sure different artists change it different ways, how they want it. Yeah, something like that. And then you could get into the chest, this part being darker, the ribs, remembering little rib joints right there, little rib muscles. You know what I mean? So I'm talking about Sony joint is a good. Yeah, they all good joints, man. Especially for this, bro. It's not like you not like I'm sitting here making a film with it or a documentary, man. It's just used to like connect with my people and you know, document the art, the art process. You know what I'm saying? So this does a fine enough job at that. I'm just trying to block in some more shadows, and this is where you got to get like capturing the weird shapes of muscle groups could be difficult, but for some people that find like ill styles to do it, I noticed that if you draw them more rounded, the person doesn't look as strong. And the guys that I see that know how to make it look more angular, like they're drawing like sharp, straight angles that form into have somewhat of a circular hint to it. It make the character look like way more like brolic and stronger, chiseled. I guess is the best word to describe it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna figure out what's up with that camera setting so that John don't go off again. Hopefully, I don't have to like press record on it and record to a card on the inside to make it think that it's actually filming something. I'm not even sure about this muscle right here, but I'm gonna just add that right there for time's sake. You know what I mean? This part underneath here should be shadowed. I would assume um, that makes sense to me logically. Uh, would you ever bring the show to Twitch? Yeah, we don't mind, man. We will put it wherever, man, wherever our people want to watch, man. We just wanted to connect with our people in different ways, man, too, because we know that our audience, likes different things, and we want to be able to provide those different things. Um, we want to bring game night or game show element um to what we do as well. Um, yeah, it's just so many things we could do. Like I said, like what I'm doing right now is just like it's just one thing, but it's just one of those things where it's like, all right, man, I was gonna be doing this anyway. Let me set it up and turn the cameras on where I could capture the process because I know that with a lot of people they don't understand they know you for talking on your shows, but they don't get to see you in your true field of like expertise. Like people don't really understand that somebody like GB is really like the winningest coach in Pop Warner history. Like, how many times he's been on ESPN, where they take the championships to Disney, and how many kids he took on those adventures, man. Kids that never got to go anywhere in their life, got to see what it felt like to be a winner and be on the big stage and get out of the hood for a minute. And um that's something that he was so dedicated to, man. This guy was spending his own money for kids that didn't have uniforms and all that type of stuff, man. They what I'm saying, like talk heavy, man, don't play around about the kids and everything like that, man. We get on the show, we say wild things. That's the entertainment part, but when it come to that real life resume of working in our communities, for myself, that would be Camden, New Jersey, but also Philadelphia too. We sponsor people's holidays in Philly and make sure that kids eat, make sure they got internet, all of that type of stuff. Because we found ourselves where we would do stuff for a family, buy them like a PlayStation or whatever like that, and you find out, man, they can't even play that joint. They don't even got internet in the house because the house or apartment or whatever they just got is something that they just received after being in one of the shelters that we work with. So, they in there with bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I think right now, this part right here, maybe bulk this up just a tad bit, right? I think this part right here is okay enough for me to make this layer. And I know it could get repetitive, but this is what we go through as artists. Now I'm gonna make this layer lighter. And the reason why I make this layer lighter is so that I'll like make it bigger like that. And now I'll really go in and create a little bit more of a detailed version. So you'll see it that the point on my pen tip will get smaller. Um, and I'll rock out like that. So let's see if I want to start right here with the arm, right? Make a new layer. Boom. Let's go. Matter of fact, what happened to my man, my music right here, man? Turn my man back up.
The money stand tall like Howard.
Now, too, what y'all think, man? Should I be what's up, Hayes? Should I be like for the music tip, this be like the relaxed stuff that I be listening to, but and I'll be listening to what I mean? I listen to rap sometimes. I have to listen to stuff that's not as lyrical, to help me like zone out. I used to listen to a ton of dirt, like a ridiculous amount of dirt, an unhealthy amount of dirt, actually. Um, I listened to female artist by the name of Banks, man. White girl that's fire on this music tip, bro. Fire. But um so if you notice, like now I'm being a little bit more intentional with my line work. Like I'm thinking about how I want to express the line, what shape I want that muscle to be. How I just made that like a little shape like that. It's like this is the shape in which I want that muscle to appear on this part right here. I'm thinking about this muscle here and how it's gonna wrap around. I'm not just doing anything. Nah, what's Lofi? I don't know what Lofi is, bro. Matter of fact, sometimes with this muscle right here, everybody's bodies is built a little bit different. But it'll come out like that, and then go around. I'm gonna make it do that a little bit more, so it stand out right there, and then this joint right here will come around. Comment above this is it. RIP Bob Ross. We got Dev now. You know what I mean? Yo, I used to watch that dude when I was a kid, man, and have my little cheap paint set and try to follow along and be frustrated as hell because my man was just making clouds like like it wasn't nothing, man. I used to be jealous is a strange word to use. I'll use it because I don't know what other word to use, but I used to get frustrated watching artists that I really loved. Like I loved that guy, and I thought he was black when I was little too. Watching an artist be able to just do stuff super easy while I like struggled to do it. That really, really, really used to like bother me, yo. Used to bother me. Even my mom, my mom didn't care about drawing at all. She, supported me drawing, but she could draw, and when she would just bust out of nowhere and just draw something without like no effort, it felt like, man, that used to grind me up, bro. Real talk. I would sit there and like, yo, I know you didn't just. I'm sitting here struggling to draw uh Jean-Claude Van Damme, and you just picked up a piece of paper and a pen, or I mean a pencil, and just drew him. Like yo, used to have me hot, dog. I couldn't wait to for my skills to kick in to like my mom level. You know what I mean? 'Cause my mom didn't even like, she ain't even want the talent. She ain't even care for real, for real. She ain't care nothing about that. So now I'm trying to figure out how I want to represent the the shadows, on this costume. Um Nothing but motivation. Make it something dope from scratch in real time in 30 minutes. Um yeah, man. This is the part too that I think too that adds like value to artwork. I think that sometimes people, I remember being frustrated with drawing back in the day because people would ask me to draw them something, but when you gave them a price, they would like damn near turn to insulting you. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you crazy as hell. Like, you know what I mean? Like, wilding because they don't only see the finished result. They didn't see how much time you would have to put into it. Once tattooing became big in our community in like the late 2000s, um early 2010s, people start seeing how long it took those tattoo artists to draw on them. And when they wanted good work, they was paying them tattoo artists whatever that amount was. So if the tattoo artist charged, you know, 90 an hour, they was paying that 90 an hour. And I felt like that's what really taught the general public to respect the artist and the artist time. Because for the first time, for a lot of people, that's the only time they had to sit there the whole time that the artist was drawing. So it gives you a little bit different perspective, you know what I'm saying, when you gotta do that. All right, I gotta put on something I'm familiar with. I just came across I just came across like old music um from back in the day that I used to make. Um I was in a group called Unknown. Um Camden thing. Look, so look, Monica messing up my live stream, man. Y'all shout out Monica. Um I was in a group called Unknown, and we ended up becoming like Source Unsigned Hype. This was in 2000, and back in the 90s and 2000 and all of that, those were like big deals or whatever. So I just found some of that old music. So a lot of times I'm like listening to that, and it's not so much about listening to my own raps or whatever like that on some like, oh yeah, listen to how I was. It's not that. It actually just puts me in the mindset of being a kid, and that's when I like drawing the most, was when I was a kid. Um, that's why I'll do that, because it's like, okay, now I'm 20 years old again. I'm 19 years old again, and at that time I could draw, you know, all day and love it. So y'all see how them forms is way more like solid now. It's like stuff starting to like make sense. It's like, okay, boom, that's how it's supposed to be now. And now I could like more concentrate on like how the muscles is connecting together. But remember, Spider-Man costume got all these like webs on there, like a web pattern. So it could start getting sloppy. So you got like really figure out how how in depth you want to go with the muscle groups and all of that kind of stuff, man. Um and tell me too, like I know that y'all can hear me on the microphone like this, but I got two mics on just in case. So when I turn this way, the microphone that's right in front of me, hopefully y'all it still picks me up. But let me put on something, man. I gotta zone out for a second. I'm gonna put on something from when I was like 1920. This is 1999, when during the like time where people thought Y2K was going to be like the end of the world. I don't know. I can't even remember why we thought, the computers was going to shut down or whatever. We ain't even really know much about no damn computers, to keep it 100. I think that's why that that rumor or that notion spread so much. But this around that time. I'm about to put that on. Zone out. This is me as a kid too, man. That's the cool part about it. Yeah. Almost feel like diaries a little bit.
Yeah. Yo, I spit 2K rap, you spit 2K rap. My mouth is hard when it's spitting, pushing to payback. I give a hard scare, shatter your dream. It's like I'm the serpent you Adam and Eve, doing dumb shit like crashing your Jeep. We choke niggas, having gas for the breed. Kick your door in, look at your man and ask him to leave. Get the fuck out of here, this a private affair. My words shock you like the devil, them is dying in chairs. Expose your weaknesses, expose your team as petite bitches. Fuck an argument, we roll up and sneak niggas. You get floyded, glass broke over your face. You get exploited, kick your ass all over the place. We get annoyed with your fucking fake. Spoiled rotten, silver spoon dust stain your fucking place. We ate spaghetti and hot dogs, so now we ready to drop y'all niggas in the Chevy and block off. We got all y'all niggas shook. You fucking faggot, don't make me have to fuck around and touch your cabbage. We clutching cash like the crumb snatcher underpaid. Starving children with an outburst for hunger pains. My stomach's empty and my brain is numb. Word to my nigga hub, we waiting for our day to come. Unknown break bones, take thrones from fake clones. You faggot ass.
Buster did, they have us thinking that, man. Cannabis too.
Hammer and shield, my click physique be like Lou for Rick. No incredible hawk on steroids speed. Read them and weep. Fuck y'all, tell them how it is. Freedom of speech, glorify killers is bitch. Fuck y'all niggas that ain't feeling my shit. Unknown be the illest in this. Precious metal metropolis, we built this shit.
Stay pumping them things, sweeter than candy canes. I rain, hell, sleet, snow, rock the block. Till that dope come back, it's money pop. You don't want your blood to clot. Bumper clot, send one shot straight to your knot. Spin the clock, knock over the pot until my soul rock. Give the game all I got. Ball non-stop, distribute crops. In the blueberry drop, picking the cop, shifting the top. Ridiculous props.
That's my boy Hug, man. We was just like some project kids that all we thought about was rap.
Without no socks, drop the price on the coke to see what y'all got. Skin you like a vodka, temperature's hot. Ball you up like a rock, give you brain shot. Shove you in a small slot, bullets spread rapidly. Like chicken pox, make you gallop like a horse. These shells ain't falls, ride for the cause, die for the balls. Cop heavy firearms, every predicament, always take charge. I'm smart, I'm out for my guns, large. Two clips that hang like saggy balls. Touching y'all, fucking y'all, crushing y'all like constructs out the mall. 100 balls and betters, booties and leathers, 151 and feathers. Have you feeling your heavens? The money getters, life betters. They carry Berettas that never jam. From Killer Cam to Delaware, my man. Scrambled eggs and pan. I'm starving, fucking feed me ham. But enough to feed my family.
Yeah, show them, man. Show them, bro. I watch plenty of people's videos to get motivated, bro. Real talk.
Like Lou for Rick, no incredible hawk on steroids speed. Freedom and weak. Fuck y'all.
90s and it's early 2000 hooks was so different. Like
niggas that ain't feeling my shit. Unknown be the illest in this. Precious metal metropolis, we built this shit.
Thinking of breeze, like thinking of your next of kin. Your mom's your main squeeze and your bestest friend. Like that live ass bird that was Mexican. And next Friday, I'm like Alex and shit. Like Merchantville, making an arrest again. Like your brother in the crib getting suits on for wrestling. Like you looking at her legs again. While you following feds, reset the trend. I don't sound like nothing but breeze. Nothing but ill, like Prodigy, real shit, something you feel. I'm the truth, something for real. That rap shit, calling your girl a fat bitch. It's something to feel. All day stay tight like 4-wheel. Dick in your spout, your whole wheel, get a dick in the mouth.
flows are sick.
Your bitch fuck with breeze and blow this stick. Fucking up your shoulder. Who the niggas that rock the real? Carnivores that got to kill. Hammer and chill. My click physique be like Luke for Rick. No incredible hawk on steroid speed. Freedom and weak. Fuck y'all, tell them how it is. Freedom of speech. Glorified killers is bitch. Fuck y'all niggas that ain't feeling my shit. Unknown be the illest in this. Precious metal metropolis, we built this shit.
back in that time, you ain't really know many people that produced. There was no Fruity Loops. There was no at-home studios, laptops, all of that. No, man, you had to really go in the big studio, with the big giant track boards and all of that, man. And it was crazy because of how like diverse my friend group was. I definitely wouldn't approve of this for my son. Um, you know, nowadays, but it's like back then. I'm in a crew with guys, and I'm one of the only non-criminals, if you want to call that, of that group. Um, we might have been all paying for something all towards the same cause, but I was getting my contribution through going to work. Like I literally was working at like a gas station pumping gas in the heat, in the crazy heat. And my peoples was doing, they was to get their part of the bread. They was doing whatever they was doing, hustling, stick ups and all of that. I wanted to get my money a different type of way. Um we all, had the same goal in mind. We just wanted to do music, man. That's all we wanted to do back then. And we took it serious. We didn't understand show business, music business. What's up, Zoe? What's up, Zoe Holiday? Um, we didn't understand the business part. We just thought rap was I don't know what the word to use like that. Rap was like real, like it was real life. Um, because in Camden, New Jersey, and in Philadelphia, um, because like some of us was from Philly, and some of us was from Camden. For people that don't know, it's literally like a stone's throw, so it could get overlapped. But um, you know, rap was more real. Like I think that people saw New York and California and whatever was going on, and they assumed that whatever people talked about in their raps, they was really doing, and that made people from like out here assume like, oh, you got to be really doing that to say it. So I know people that got into more BS just because they wanted to rap like that. It's crazy, but it's true. I knew people that did that. It's like you doing real crime so that you feel like you could say it in your raps. It's kind of crazy. Um, but yeah, man. I'm usually not drawing and talking to anybody at the same time either. Not like in this way. Normally, I got somebody holding a conversation with me, so it's a little bit different. So I might be rambling. My bad, yo. Yeah, authentic rap don't mean it's good though. And my boy, like, had no reason. He was all right. Like, it wasn't like he was rich or nothing like that. But he was, he came from like his mom's was good peoples and all that. He ain't had no reason to be selling crack. He started selling crack for real, because he liked he wanted to rap like that. And obviously the environment we lived in, you could do that. You could go outside and do that. So that was really the reason why that nigga started selling crack, bro. That's no BS. Like, that's fucking retarded, but it happened. I seen niggas do that. It's crazy. All right, you see how this is shaping up. Like that right there. I don't like that little piece right there. Boom. And these render lines basically represent the shadow falling away. When you see those lines like that, it sells it. Did it again. Crazy part is it's not even hot. That's why I could turn it on and turn it right back off. and it'll pop right back on. But I'll go in there and mess with the settings later on today. Yeah, but all of these are just rendering lines to sell the shadow drifting off a little bit. And sometimes to give it a little bit more play, you'll crosshatch them like that. Crosshatch it a little bit. Yeah, Hayes, I'm just, it just feels weird. Hopefully I get more used to it so I'll get better at it. You know what I mean? Let me see what else we got, man. Something else from when I was a kid. Yeah, and to think, man, like I'll look back and I'll be like, because some stuff, put it like this. Some of my drawings, I can't say ashamed of, but I'm not proud of them. I'm like, I don't want nobody to see that. And it could be the same way with music. I feel like that I only feel like that for real, about the attempts that we would have at making commercial music back in like the 90s and like, 2000, 2001, because it didn't come from our souls. It came from us getting pulled into a label meeting in New York and them saying, oh God, yo, we love the way you do this and you do that and you got the rapping, but we need a hit single. And next thing you know, you like trying to get jiggy when that's not really your wheelhouse. So it's only stuff like that. But whenever we would do what we did naturally, I feel proud of those things. Like if a person, a younger person in my family or something be like, I heard you used to rap. I'm not going to play them the ones where we was trying to be talking about, what's up, ma? Or the way they was talking, the hey, ma type joints. No, that wasn't really coming from us. That's almost like us imitating what we thought commercial music was supposed to sound like, instead of making the music that just, felt, that just came out of us. You know what I mean? Music like this.
Make bitches fiend with this. It's rap like this. Spitting over tracks like this. Biatch.
Track the business, bitch.
Yo, Ed.
Do that shit. Breeze, kill him with that.
First of all, niggas ain't playing. We still rocking the stage. Niggas still rocking the fade. Unknown, the raps got them amazed. From 40 acres and back, they hit the strobe when I'm making a track. Bitches, I'm always making a pack. Faking the fact, my shit is always staying intact. When you make an attack, fuck your game. Fuck your world order. Fuck your name, bitch. Fuck your camcorder. Fuck faking like I'm rich. Fuck a damn lawyer. Fuck who in your house with you and your bitch. I'm rolling in a club trying to ruin your bitch. Me and my team rerun a tryst, screwing your sis. See the smile cause I knew you was pissed. You ain't say shit, you was never gon' spray shit. You out of line with that fake shit, know they was fibs. Talk slick, you and your team,
unknown guy,
your
niggas
ribs.
calling it quits. A&R's calling it crib. With empty promises, I ain't falling for shit. Truth is, I ain't calling for kids for help. I'm all in the biz for dope. They call you a bitch, slap niggas and it's all in the wrist. Smack off
Yeah,
your
these
helmet.
1999 beats,
2000
beats.
Death threats, the best yet unknown. You next best, bitches say we got the best sex. Give me a B-roll, get my gone blown. Bitches wanna swallow nut like it's giving them strong bones. I guess semen do a body good. If I ain't at work, the studio is probably hood. Nigga D, ill rap cat from CMD. Run off, make a nerd nigga feel it the street. I know you feeling the beat, gotta get the dough. And if life really a bitch, I'ma pimp the hoe.
For cake, we overweight eaters. Get brained by divas, handle so much coke. They call us Pocono skiers. Forever blowing on Chiba. 50 come, we out like cheaters. This time your pricks gon' get crunched like Doritos. One shot smacked in the standard, just like your
hole. Let's shut down the video. All lights and go. You wanna show? We got bullets that'll make you vote. Slinging 600 into a double low. And fuck rockin' ice. All we rock is tattoos. When the fire burn, heat and melt your ice like igloo. And we'll never rock nobody else's shoes. Cause nobody's shoes could fit these dudes. You got blocks, we got blocks, but our blocks pump heavy. And they don't discriminate against weed powder already. I'm hoping y'all come take me out like Peppy. Cause I beef with my friends, sleep with my
Rest in
enemies.
peace,
In this
Peppy.
world, I'm all alone, ain't got no mans. It only take 1 second to pop a thread in your headband. And half a second to state my turn, kill a can. And no seconds to get backed up by my fam. Regular cats with unaccountable stacks. They set traps without cheese and still catch rats. Making street plats and scrambled eggs. Chickens can't hatch and keep the block locked. Without a latch, shit ain't the same, pa. Yeah, we eatin', but it's still hard, God. We got these baby pythons in our lawn. Should I skin them and let them see the beginning and ending at the same time without y'all hand? Something is missing. On some other shit, cut the slick, pumping these bricks. And black ass K, the usual every day's payday. We're about to cut these niggas and give them ballhead fades. Take a trip to PA, toss them in a black cave. Fucking shot, they must have forgot they fucking with some black cape. Shit ain't sweet, we always keep a sour taste for cake. While y'all sip on crushed grapes, I just pump blocks on milk crates. Extort them like the game did Mace. And fuck a rap deal, CD or a tape. If I don't make it, expect me in your house, demanding bacon. This one's for Mike, Coco, with Lil Bro, Futar, Mutar, Peppy, and Tim's brother Damon. It's war, niggas. We blow holes in accurate figures. Pull triggers faster as the guns get bigger. Pardon me, that's my temper getting the best of me. Let me lay the story flat about Mo on SC Street. My brother down the Dell for a PIE. He stay fucking y'all niggas' dream for big face stream. And when he come home, still big face stream. And shoes on the 6 double open, pumping the fiend. Y'all feeling me?
Now, it's something about this render right here that I don't like. So I'm gonna erase that render, and it's not wrong. I just don't know why I don't care for it. Maybe I want to go the opposite direction. I want to go this way. And if you want to fuck around, meet me under the arch.
Come on. So my niggas.
At the time, I was on a run in South Carolina, and and I used to, the only taste I could get of like the East Coast and shit like that. My mom used to send me tasty cake pies in the mail, like, because that shit didn't exist in South Carolina. She would send me tasty cakes, Jones in the mail. My man Breeze, who made those beats right there, would send me beat cassette tapes in the mail. And that was like my only taste of like East Coast. And would read Source magazines. That was like the Bible, to us. So, and they favored, to be honest, they favored East Coast music. It was a little biased. And so we'll listen to that, and I remember feeling like, damn, yo, we got talent. We from the hood. We wanna make it in this shit. My other man Hub was in prison at the time. He was locked up, and but he was doing like 2 years. So I basically was like, man, I wanna be an Unside Hype like Mobb Deep, like Eminem and all of these people that that came from there. I want to get in that joint. So what I ended up doing was I took a giant box that like a TV would come in, like a giant cardboard box, and I drew all over that box, just a bunch of niggas that looked like ninjas, like, because we used to wear like ski mask and all of that, kind of like the kids do today. And and the crew was called Unknown, so nobody knew what nobody looked like. It was kind of like Ghostface when he first came out, Wu-Tang shit, and we was Wu-Tang kids. And I ended up taking that box, drawing all those those people all over it. All these dudes with masks. So imagine this box is like a piece of art. And then I went and I bought a radio, a boom box. They used to take D batteries. I put D batteries inside of the joint along with our tape, our demo tape is inside of it, and I put a note on the radio that said press play. Basically, when I sent this joint to the source, I wanted it to be like the biggest box that they would come across in the mail. Like they can't ignore this joint. And it got all this artwork on it. And then when they opened it up, it was a radio already in there, and it just said press play. Like I ain't even want the chance for the music to get lost on its way to somebody's desk. You know what I'm saying? I was like so desperate to be heard. And next thing you know, I get a phone call from a guy that was a prominent figure at the source named Gotti. Calls the number that I had, and nobody really had my number, the number of the place I was staying at, because I was on the run, so nobody could know where I was at. So when I first got a phone call from Gotti, I hung up on him. Because I thought he was my man Breeze playing. He was like, "Yo, man, I heard your tape. Man, this shit is incredible, man. We because magazines used to be already pre-made like 2-3 months ready. Like news was slower back then. So he was like, "Yeah, man, this shit is so incredible, man. I gotta skip y'all. Y'all coming out like this month. Like I'm skipping the people that's on in there." I hung up on him. I said, "Man, Bree, stop playing, bro." Hung up the phone. Boom. He ended up calling back, and he like, "Yo, bro, this is Gotti from the source for real." He ain't say, "Bro, we ain't use that word back there." But he like, "Yo, nigga, like this is really Gotti from the source." And then he told me what the box looked like, and I know Breeze never seen the box because I was sending that from South Carolina or whatever. He explained to me, and they ended up featuring that John, man, and that got the attention of K-Jack Records, which was an artist named Freddie Fox, Bumpy Knuckles. Real serious guy back then. That we all like looked up to and all of that too. Used to be with like Gangstar and all of them. And he wanted to sign me, but he didn't want the rest of my group. He was cool with Breeze working in the production portion and learning from Primo. And I got to meet Primo, my first time ever going to New York to meet them. But he didn't want my other partner. And being kids that don't know no better, like I said, I didn't know the business portion of it. I refused to do it because it was like, if I ain't taking my man, then you ain't taking me. Well, that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? They ain't did, you know what I mean? It was just like, all right, well, good luck. Good luck on your endeavors, homie. And I'm glad for everything, that the way that everything worked out, because I definitely had a very adventurous life with all the different things. Like it might have stunted my growth where I never learned how to write music, pop music. I would have never ended up, a Sony ATV writer. None of that would have ever happened. I would have probably been a person that was a rapper that was fairly known for a short period of time, and then my growth would have been stunted. And then when my time was over, that would have been it. I wouldn't have acquired these other abilities. Nah, this is live, Saxophone Dev. This is live, bro. He said, Saxophone Dev said, "Is this live or is this previously recorded?" Nah, I figured, I wanted people to see how I work. Like right now, I just don't feel like dealing with this because I feel like there's going to be that Spider-Man netted looking pattern right here, and that somehow is not going to need those muscle groups showing in that way. I feel like that's it's going to be wasteful. Um but yeah, we definitely live, bro. We definitely live. Had to turn that camera back on. All right, so let me figure out what's going to be the actual head shape, because even though, so I'm gonna make this a little bit lighter, the thing in the back, so I can figure out like, yo, how do I want his head to be really shaped, or his jaw structure. I'm gonna move back up on here and let's see what we got. With Spider Man, sometimes you might want to draw him and he gonna look like an alien with that big head, but then it'd be like, well, if Peter Parker head don't look like that, why would his jaw look like that? Like he putting on a helmet or something. I give him like a little all right jawline right here. Then some people, they want to have like a little hint of where the ears would have been, and that's what I don't know whether or not um I want to do that. A lot of people don't give the hint of where his ears would be. They just be like, yeah, he's a nigga without ears. I don't know. So I might be doing too much by trying to give him a ears ear situation. What else? What else y'all got cooking up, man? Thanks, saxophone dev. So you really like that with the saxophone, or is that something else? Like, don't tell me that's like one of y'all new kids uh slang for guns or something. Blow that saxophone on y'all niggas and all of that. Y'all done turned everything into a gun. Call them guns, poles, dicks, any anything, yo. All right. So I am going to give him a little bit of the hint that the ears was in there, and we gonna go with a little shape like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, Godly. You know what I'm talking about. You already know this is like that be real talk. You want to know what else probably making it where it's turning off? I want to try this, right? So I got this joint on and y'all could tell me if it get blurry or something like that. It ain't on autofocus. I put this on autofocus. Now the camera is working to keep me in focus, so it might be like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to stay on. Maybe that'll work. We'll see. Figure it out. Um, Now I know Spider-Man, the eyes usually come to some form of a meeting point with a small space in between. Uh, my dad has me practicing 7 days a week. I'm on year two. All right. So what's crazy, saxophone dev, is that I used to be saxophone dev. Uh, um, I played. It's wild because I was explaining to my lady, I don't know nothing. I can't remember how to read music or any of that, but I definitely played the saxophone. Used to read music. Remember having to put that spitty wood reed inside of the joint, And I remember how amazed I was once I really did understand sheet music. The fact that you could hand a person a sheet of music and you're hearing it for the first time, like while you're playing it, reading the notes off of there. But yeah, I was saxophone dev at one point. And then I was more interested in playing like keyboard or piano. I feel like I did rap music because it was the easiest thing for me to do. I didn't have the environment to be in a rock band or something like that because I'd have probably rather did that. I'm gonna keep it on it. Like if I would have knew how to play guitar or something like that, dog. What? In the 90s, I was listening to all that Nirvana and all of that, man. That shit just I was a comic book fan and that shit just sounded like comic book. Comic book sounded like that. And well, the only rap that did was Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang was like comic books too. That shit was like fucking comic books, action movies, all of that shit. It just fit together. And I used to listen to every facet of Wu-Tang, Killer Army, all that shit. Shit. I might listen to some Killer Army, man. Hell. That was I think it got to the point where I was listening to Killer Army more than the original Wu. I don't know. Yeah, I probably was, bro. That's kind of wild. But yeah, I was rocking with them. Dumb heavy, dog. This joint right here. What? Love. This joint. This was the truth.
One time.
Killer Army.
Killer Arm.
Beretta 9. Killer Sin.
Don Pacino. Word up.
Shogun the Assassin.
Almost fan, love, and war. Yo, the saga carries on. Word up.
Military time.
I got a long time love for slugs, thug life tricks, and pit fights, jet black acts with fat ass kids. That's the shit, right? Be jetting to the roof for the trade dudes, aim to hate shoes, residentials that let loose.
Yo, Killer Priest as a rapper, he was like better than a lot of people. Like he was going too wild. Like he was somewhere on another universe with the stuff he was rapping about. So it wasn't as digestible for all audiences. But yeah, Killer Priest. I listen to him too. Water it down. Clown.
This is an ordinary day around my way with niggas spray shots and killer straight shots and hit up gay cops. Attack shit, multiple shots.
Overmedic. Beretta 9, my chamber be pain, no anesthetic.
Nightmares, visions of death.
Catch a flashback.
Gunfire out of control. I'm getting sent back. Hell no. Make my way back to the foxhole
with ammo.
Ain't enough shit
to build Rambo.
A cop rap releasing no shit.
Yo, that's a good way to explain it. He was like J Electronica before J Electronica. That's a great comparison, bro. That's a great comparison. Intelligent, I came to form. Beretta 9, my chamber be hard like rock settlement.
Blast on herbs, like serves with deadly words. The pain's intense, like a swinging on your nerves. Push the trigger, suddenly in green you clarity. Nights like day magnified. 3.2 times design. Combined with still win to blow your mind. Counter-terrorism with precision. Armed with smoke bombs to blur your vision like cataracts. My green team attacks your format. My manifold is combat. On war grounds or on that is my nature. Killer army legislator. Leaving broken arrows and backs of traitors. My platoons filled with black berets and painted faces. High-speed car chases and soldiers with war faces. Specially trained in rugged terrain. Grains of the earth.
Yeah, I love these guys, man. Who came first? God of the universe.
Uniting energy through my tongue and through the sun.
War is never pretty. that there is something dirty and disturbing about today's world complex, because today's
Wu-Tang had people that had no affiliation with the nation of gods and earths talking like God body niggas.
You've been to Shogun's realm. I stand as a military helm. Going on the World War II, I catch a flashback from Iraq. That's when I start terrorizing tracks. Killing MCs with platinum stacks and death wax. My torture chambers filled
Same
with
way
anger.
Prodigy, Mobb Deep had, niggas saying, speaking the done language. What up, done, what up, done, and all of that.
Lives are being lost. Around the globe, each flashpoint has its own personality. A border dispute here, a displaced homeland there. A greedy politician or drug lord almost everywhere.
These legs shaped properly.
South America or
You know what I
South
mean?
There is a connection.
So I got this little control device to the side that helps me like rotate this to the side, kind of the way when you really draw, you turn your paper to line up with you. Instead of you trying to turn your arm all around, you turn your paper or whatever like that. So that's a little cool thing that they got to try to give it the feel where, because a lot of people, what you don't know is you might be only good at straight lines with your hand going straight down. So what you do is you turn your paper and then go in that direction.
For security reasons, I'm
I
broadcasting
think
from a
most
public
artists
location.
are
Are
like that. They have a specific way that they, you know, that they have better hand control.
Killer army, we the last Armageddon. Prepare yourself now for the 6-man wetting in the streets. When the sand wars on our side.
It's the first time I heard Killer Army. You can't persuade this brigade. Killer Army renegade on this crusade. Murder
and certain be my
trade.
Draw more heat than black suede. I'm the sun beaming on your dome when the shades
Nowhere to be found.
All you hear is non-renowned sound that makes your eardrum pound. You
Can't avoid it.
They've been exploited in your district. The ballistics are statistics. Fuck the critics. They criticize while I revise.
You remember this shit, huh?
You'd be surprised. General Wise is currency alive. What strong soldiers build with boulders, forts and barriers. My brain pad and hold weight like a freight.
Sharp like ice skates.
Flow this track like it's cellmate. They motivate. Now I'm out of
So you
state.
could say that back then. We said gay stuff like that. People would say pause now. Blow this track like a cellmate. They like, what? You said you going what?
It's only right I'm out for the night. My life's a legacy. It's like I remember
Slap boxing, now we clap shots to catch props.
I'm knocking rocks on the block to chop the fat crops and chalk. I see the jakes and
Motivate,
cause half my team be
hold and wait.
We march across the Golden Gate Bridge.
My mind is in the soldier state, forever real.
Troops are never squeal, so my Berettas peel.
And this dude was kind of like the baby Raekwon, but he was easier to understand. He didn't talk as much in slang. Pack a nickel plated pistol. Name was Killer Sin. Deadly switchblades. Killer Army. We the last Armageddon.
Prepare yourself now for the 6-man wetting. On the street, or in the sand wars on our side, nigga, here comes the prize. Killer Army, we the last Armageddon. Prepare yourself now for the 6-man wetting. On the street, or in the sand wars on our side.
And this was RZA's little brother.
Renegades are slayed and still caged.
Away war blaze at United Snakes Parade.
The unforgiving Lord no mercy, build controversy, then perform surgery.
Killer Army.
We meet at a 90-degree angle. Universal star angels, we form the tip of a triangle like Egyptians did. I perform aside pyramids. Wu-Tang A scientists label me the
Last lyricist of today's Genesis. Surrender.
Take you on that venture like being kidnapped by
7 ninjas.
Supreme Marine, I'm moving submarines.
Anti-murderer.
Stage burglar.
Rugged rhyme Soterer.
Put the mic on crutches. Lyrical ruckus.
Build through destruction.
Destructicons, just to kill a camouflage, there's a storm. On the battlefield, lost the arm. Held on to my sword, took off heads like
So sometimes it's like you're trying to figure out how much shadow would certain things even generate. Like, so your rendering lines would be shorter like this. Where this is such a bolder form that your rendering lines gotta be longer. And some people, some artists are masters at that. I'm not, man. I'm a person that's not the best at anything. I'm just good at a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not the best at nothing. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's because like everything right now is like I was all made up inside of my mind. It's like that, you know, some people can do that without any problem as far as like shadows and stuff like that. Now, if you're drawing stuff in a more of a basic cartoon style where you're not putting dramatic shadows and muscle groups, then it don't matter because you're only thinking about the muscle shapes. You're not thinking about how light hits them. And that adds a whole different element. If you only worried about the muscle groups, man, you could be done this part already. You know, that's the difference with that. That camera's still on. Don't let me jinx it. When I look at it sometimes, make sure every, you know, refocus and all of that. All right, let me. What else? What else I be listening to? Oh, okay, so there's nobody I listen to more than this person right here. No one. Philly. His name is Kai from Jerome, yo. Kai from Jerome. This kid, I listen to him more than anybody. I just feel this kid's story the most.
Chris. Being that fly guys, I met that show. Such and such did too when he was wondering what's next. Everything I did for us, and I can say that with my chest. He got a fragment in the head, I got a fragment in the chest. The street lead scars, these permanent scars. I know you had it hard, because I had it hard. You think I want you on them drills? I don't want to be on them drills. Cause nobody gonna die, neither one of us don't kill. Neither one of us don't kill. Free Taquan, they got him cased up. I mean, he was out here moving sloppy, now he cased up. But we still top seed in the park, first place us. If anybody wanna object, y'all can face us. They on the gram talking like they got attitude. But we
now gotta block out the shape to the knee.
Should I understand if you was me, I'd be mad at you. I'd be mad. Niggas know if Lil Kai got missed, somebody got tagged.
Feel like I wanted to render away.
I gotta get my dogs on, but first I gotta get in that fly guys. I met that show such and such.
Like the knee got these two parts, man.
Everything I did for us, and I could say that with my chest.
Back to what somebody asked earlier about going to school. When you in school and you gotta draw like new models and stuff like that that come in, that's where that really helps because you're seeing how those body parts twist in real time. It's different. You know what I mean? Like right now you're dealing with a stagnant images sometimes when you're trying to look up a reference online or something. Not the same thing. But when you got a person that's live right there, you can really see like, oh, okay, this is how this spins around. It's different. Everything I did for us. I got a fragment in the chest. The street lead scars, these permanent scars. I know you had it hard because I had it hard. You think I want you on them drills? I don't want to be on them drills. Cause nobody gonna die. Neither one of us don't kill. For the option in jail. Walk out with the wrong street. A lot of times with music, you know, we're already sold on whatever we listen to. It's hard to just start listening to somebody new or whatever. It's like, you got your go-to music already. In this case, this was a kid that I think like I heard him on a ride home with Slice.
My name's
and immediately
your ass ain't talking your way out.
Oh my great. Became a big part of my playlist. It was like automatic. I heard him and I was just like, oh yeah, I want to hear more from this dude. And I was kind of like very, very, very much so immersed in this kid's music, man.
I want Converse, my dogs that's in the skybox. If you ever play with me, then I promise you gon' make it before I do. So when you see Tyreek, tell him that I finally got my shot.
So I want to render, I want to give this some render lines, and I'm going to keep them fairly straight. You see the lines get slightly thinner at the end. And this is where you have a better chance doing this. You have a better chance doing this when you're working on paper. It's just easier to control the thickness of the lines and everything. Working on this, rolling on glass, it's real slippery. It's like you ice skating and trying to, like, so even moving your hand forward, it wants to like slide a little more forward. Now, when I do this on my iPad has this like film that you stick to it like a screen protector. The screen protector has like a roughness that makes it feel more like paper. So it actually feels a little bit better to draw on there than on here. But it's a smaller surface and won't work as well to be able to stream this to y'all. So that's why I'm doing it like this. But yeah, it's coming, man. And honestly, I didn't even plan on doing all that. I was going to do a part of it and then be like, hey, I'm out. But it's like, hey, we here, we working. Why not? I wonder what kind of hand day is going to be. Is it going to be a hand day where it just pops off easy, or is it going to be a hand day where I'm like, I hate this? That's how it is with hands. See how that rendering just brought it together on the shoulder like that? Real important. The same kind, but it's a different size shoe.
Shit I did is what you be trying to prove. I won't go against me just to lose. Yeah. We made niggas lay inside the pool. I rap about it cause my city thing is cool. And I want better for us, don't get it confused. But we gon' murder who try to put us in the snooze. I'm living life, I'm alive, and my movie. Show my mama 10 states I need to do it.
I wanna do it.
Show these niggas death, I wanna do it.
I wanna do it.
If I get back in my bag, I'm doing music. Ask Rome Street, I'm their biggest contribution. Ask my ops the reason why they want music. Cause I'm the realest and the youngest, it's confusing. They getting banged on anything I do.
This another part too. A lot of times when I see it's like questions that we don't be knowing. I'll see a chat and we'll see however many. It don't matter if it's 8 or 200 inside the chat. So there's people that are like currently watch the stream, but they don't talk. When we're just talking to some of the people for the first time ever through Patreon. It's the first time that we've ever talked to them. And you know, I wonder like what makes people watch the streams but not say anything in them. Not say, yo, what up, yo? Because we'll see a name pop up and be like, yo, I never seen that name before, you know what I mean? But when I talk to the person, they'd be like, man, I've been watching y'all for 5 years. It's like, oh, word. You know, via Patreon, I told somebody, I said, bro, jump in the chat with us on Thursday night or whatever it was. I think, it might have been a Monday. And he popped right up in there, like, what's good? I'm like, yo, welcome to the party, all late, but man, bro, you could have been in here. Like, what's going on? Now, I know with some people, they might be watching, they might be at work, so they can't really jump in. Yeah, but like you see what I'm saying, bro? I think with some people, they're just like, yo, they might be working or something like that. You know what I mean? So they're watching it live, but they're like, yeah, I can't interact, bro. I'm working. I'm driving a truck. I'm on a forklift, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm happy that you here. Period. You know what I mean?
I'm the realest and the youngest is confused. They getting banged on anything I do to shoot.
Because originally when I was talking about drawing some stuff, I was going, do some like pre-recorded type joint and where you can see more of a fast edit of the stuff being done. But to be honest, all that does is add more editing work to the queue of crazy amounts of stuff that we have to do. And you know, I'd rather be giving y'all, you know, some more talk heavy or, you know, stuff like that. Because there's always going to be a limit on how much stuff, how much material we could produce just being human beings that's doing this independent. You know what I mean? That's why we appreciate everybody on Patreon and stuff like that that's doing that, because that help out, man. That help out. Even, you know, having other editor be able to come in and edit the joint based off of bread that's coming in from Patreon, more could get done. Y'all don't be knowing, man. Sometimes when we put out them episodes on the Thursday night and you don't see the thumbnail all the way up, that's because maybe GB or myself is literally getting it edited and it got done 15 minutes before it, you know, popped up on YouTube. You know what I mean? It's real. And when I'm not doing this, when I'm drawing right here, I'm producing other people's podcast shows, documentaries, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Currently filming you know, a UFC documentary. Be back to filming that the week of the November the 15th, because that's the event in Madison Square Garden. So I'll be filming, training and all of that stuff leading up to that fight. You got Sean Brady going up against Mike Morales. Some of y'all, I don't even know if y'all know about my MMA show with two UFC stars, Joe Pyfer and Sean Brady, the Brady Bag Show. Sponsored by Steady Picks. Comes out every week. Yeah, definitely got material out here. Work out here. Okay, giving this a nice little cool shape. What time you gotta go into work, golly? This my shit right here. This my shit.
6 shots to get him out the way, I'm just trying to make it home. I got hit 2 times, survived. I got hit 1 time, then he go. If I ain't bring this gun with me, honestly, I'll probably be here alone. Accept me for me and run with me, honestly, I ain't trying to leave the stage alone. Know how I feel to lose somebody. I can't put my mom in grievance over me.
Run out of shells, I'm running for my life.
I can't have a nigga standing over me. Should I be missing you too? It ain't that bad to say you can't get over me, but you got shit with you too, and I ain't got time for you to put it all on me. I got my gun with me, homie. I don't want smoke, but I ain't with the sharing souls.
And I ain't rumbling, homie.
I'm in a rush to get home, you can get sold. Niggas get dead all the time, so it ain't no question for me. I'm taking my part.
Yeah, you go. Well, how do you put your You said, how do you feel about us putting our art in the chat? How do you you talking about on Patreon? Because you know, in the Patreon, I think you could drop pictures in there. I'm with that. That's what I want, man. That's the main thing, man. When we get over to the Patreon and all of that, bro, it's about everybody interacting together. It ain't just for us. We want to see what all of our people is doing and what everybody working on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's our way for people. We got, you know, we're not the only ones trying to do our own thing or that have entrepreneurial spirits, man. I know a lot of y'all got stuff too, so it's easier for y'all to contact us and talk to us about advertising, you know, through the show. and we know who our supporters and stuff like that is. So we show love on rates for people to advertise their stuff. It's not going to be a price that you think at all. You're going to be blown shocked. Like what? Like, yeah, we want you to be able to promote through us. I hope your brand go all the way to the moon, and you still rock with us in the future when you do got the big checks. We want to, yeah, we with all of that. Another shells I'm running for my life. And I'll be missing you too. But you got shit with you too. I think this is shaping up correctly, but I gotta darken it in order to understand it and sell the shape to my own brain. I think putting the camera on autofocus fixed that problem that we was having, y'all. This my shit too. Man, like I told y'all, man, everything that this kid makes is my shit. I hope this shit do work for you, cause it gotta work for me. If all else fails, I'ma be in the hood, probably putting shit in emergency.
I was out the A and I in my pole, kinda ain't work for me. Boy, meet me out the A cause he got smoke, so it kept on hurting me. My homie little bro got hit, they turned into a murder scene. And I know he wanna kill them niggas, but they just don't got it, they gon' murder him. I ain't just everything, now I'm out the way, these youngers wanna beat me.
Parking lot Paul, what's up, bro? Yeah, I'll be in there on Sunday for sure. Are you sparring tomorrow morning?
Cause he hard. I don't think you know that these bullets explode, he'll skip the ER. Your hood don't like how you ain't heard of me, nigga. Respected that you get a shirt for me, nigga. I buy mess and I lurk on a nigga, slide again if I don't murder them, nigga. I want him dead, I ain't even gonna lie. I don't want to sin, that's until I die. Nigga call, you get sent to the sky. I be forgiving me for all my crimes. They know that I ain't gonna play with this shit. Now we stand and lay on that shit. As long as I got it, I stay with this shit.
Chris Jones, what up, yo?
They know that I ain't gonna play with this shit. Now we stand and lay on that
shit. What you talking about with that John? You talking about the
I hope this shit do work for you.
Putting that art in the chat, y'all able to do that, right?
In the hood, probably putting shit in emergency. I was out the A and I in my pole, kinda ain't work for me. Boy, meet me out the A cause he got smoke, so it
kept on hurting me.
My homie little bro got hit, they turned into a murder scene.
I know he wanna kill them niggas.
But they just don't got it, they gon' murder him.
Alright, so I'ma blacken this in. And the reason why I don't use, so look, there's a way that you could blacken this in, right? Like automatically. But it makes an ugly thing. I'm gonna show y'all. Look. See how I hit this? Boom. See how it darkened that all at once? I don't like that. That's why I do it manually. It just turns out better for my workflow. And probably just makes me feel more like I'm just working on paper, the way that you gotta do it on paper. Cause it gotta work for me. If all else fails, I'm be in the hood, probably put shit in emergency. I was out the A and I had my pole. Boy, meet me out the A cause he got smoke. I know he wanna kill them niggas, but they just don't got it, they gon' murder him. I ain't just everything, now I'm out the way, these youngers wanna be me. Hard work finally paying off, probably why these bitches wanna see me. So we had to share it. While I'm in this party, I'ma probably air it. Keep my distance cause he hard. I don't think you know that these bullets explode, he'll skip the ER. Yo, comic books, bro, are a bitch to draw, bro. Last project I worked on, man, I worked on that joint for like 2 years. It was a pain in the ass because you know what it's like? Imagine this thing that I'm drawing right now, right? I'm just drawing this one character. But imagine this same character, the way I'm drawing him, he's in 4 panels like this on one page. Then I got a drawing jumping, bro. I believe, I mean, and I don't know if you guys have ever seen my like hyper realism work. Like I do drawings that kind of look like photographs. I did one of 50 Cent like a decade ago. Prodigy, Floyd Mayweather, Cassie, and I'm gonna tell you, comic book work is the hardest work that exists in artistry. A comic book artist, to me, is the most superior artist, and I'm not counting myself because I don't put myself on the level of those guys. That work is strenuous, and you gotta know how to draw everything, or be able to adapt, because you gotta think you're drawing robots, cars, airplanes. You gotta draw mad background, forests, horses, fish, shark, like whatever. Like it's a lot of work in that, man. You drawing things from so many different angles, so you have to understand anatomy. You have to understand storytelling. You have to make the action has to look like action. You can't have stiff characters. They gotta look like he really punching that man in his mouth. You know what I mean? And they drop monthly. I tried drawing a comic character, then I stopped. Hey, I mean, just take your time on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, stuff like this. This for real is me training. Like, if I'm working like this, and I'm looking at this now. Basically, I'll hate this in a couple of weeks if I find the time to draw often. You know what I'm saying? The hard part is finding that time. Finding that time to get better, because what happens is I'll do this, but like I just told y'all, the top of November, first I have to go down to Genius Network with Andre Norman, and I'll be down there for like a week, and then the following week after that, it'll be all UFC work. So it's like that's 2 weeks that instantly I'm not gonna be drawing anything. Anything. I'll be doing all production work. So sometimes when you start getting warmed up to the, to the drawing aspect, next thing you know, you're right back into your production bag. My contact is bothering me. All right, so I like the rendering on that, and I feel like this needs to widen up right here and be blacked out right here. Create the correct shape. Imagine Costa ducking DTs about shootings. Yeah, legs get crazy. So now I'm gonna rotate this so that I could put those rendering lines on this. Looking stuck, that I had me in the trenches looking stupid. But I didn't take the chance to use it. And the guys see me on TV like I'm 50. Probably want to back shot, but I ain't Ricky. Oh yeah, still going out. It'll be right back on. I just want to feel love. Oh, this the shit too. I was giving that shit out like it was free. It wasn't even. I got shot and they got shot 4 times over. We ain't even. They got shot and they been grieving behind that shit, but we ain't bleeding. They call my phone like they want to speak. I don't see no point in speaking. I got family I'm trying to feed if I'm in
in jail, I can't feed them. I got fans, I'm trying to teach. If I'm in jail, I can't reach them. If I'm dead, they can't reach me.
I call Tyreek and I can't reach him.
Nigga know how I soak 'em, how to stand
over and bleach him.
Like you wanna be a real nigga, then listen, I can teach you. Like you wanna be a killer, but when you killing, they want you speedy. I don't really want you to need me.
It's an amazing part about music as well. The power it has to be able to keep the names of people that you love alive. Because when he's rapping about kids that I don't even know, but in order to sing along with the song, you're singing about these fallen people in this person's life, and you know you make them immortal in a sense by doing that. Behind that shit,
I got family, I'm trying to feed. If I'm in jail, I can't feed them. I got fans, I'm trying to teach. If I'm in jail, I can't reach them. I can't.
All right, I like the way that's going. So let's back this out. Take a better look at what we have here. Now, when it comes to rendering, you could go crazy with the rendering and start making it look way more crazy as far as developing the muscles and separating every little group. It could get wild. It's not necessary. And then some people, they'll work with colorists. Some people color their own stuff. Like I color my stuff for the most part. Back in the day, like 10 years ago, I was doing Comic-Cons, and when I was working at the Comic-Cons, people would always ask me like, so who's your colorist? And I'd be like, me. And I realized from working at Comic-Cons that none of the pencilers colored their own stuff. Like that's a part of the comic book business. Like, bro, you don't bother to color your own shit. You have somebody else do that. Like they looked at it like you're doing work that's a different department. And me not working in a professional environment and me working as a self-taught person, didn't have anybody doing that. So then I started looking up like colorists, online and stuff like that, and getting people to help do that, and that made me be able to make way more product, because now it felt like you're really at a company where you draw all of this up and then you hand it to the next person to do their job, and then they hand it to the next person. That's how it really works in the comic book industry. And the penciler is kind of the I guess the star. You know what I mean? That's the person that the audience references the artwork to. Oh, this is a Jim Lee piece. Jim Lee is probably the greatest penciler that ever lived. I don't think it's anybody that draws better than that man.
I just blew out 30K like money ain't shit to me. And got a dime back from the streets, that Yola MVP. Mama rent paid up for months, now she can get some Z's. I wanna motivate you and I'm getting everything I dream. This shit encrypted, but I'm giving off everything I seen. Giving off everything I saw, I made them bleed.
Alright, so matter of fact, I'm not going to draw that because I gotta, had that spider stuff on there. And webbing. Notice I've been taking my time to get to that part, right?
I'm the difference between seeing and making it happen. The baddest females adamant
about making us happen. And I think that the way this would bend, this would actually close in more. It wouldn't be as much of that. It would be way less. Maybe none at all. This might supposed to all be black, but I could always black that out. Let me look at the camera, make it work. And I'm going to make up a BS Spider-Man symbol because I know people do it all different ways. I'm going to make up some. Let's make up something. Mine is definitely not centered properly either. It's been bigger lately. It's been bigger lately.
How the fuck I'm they favorite rapper and they didn't say it? I should worry everybody love, I don't know why they hate. I've been real from the jump, I don't know how they faking.
Want me to follow rules. Gotta take my tool. I put it down and I got shot, I ain't gonna put it down again. Man, some of the stuff that these these kids be going through is really crazy, man, to be honest. You could tell when when the music and expression is coming from a real place.
I lied to myself, I shouldn't try to blame you.
Show me
Your ways and I try to change you. I try to show you my passion, it didn't amaze you. Wanted to cry, but I was ashamed to. Shooting shells and who I used to shoot the ball with. I used to think that if you rise with them, then you fall with them. They jumping ship, I don't know what to call it. They jumping ship, I don't know what to call it. They keep telling me sit out, but ain't nobody ballin'. If I hop in that car, then I'm going all in. Note to self, if you fall, then you gotta call it. I was there when he got smoked, but act like I ain't saw shit. I ain't been talking to my homie, we been distant for some months. At least I know that he ain't dead or in jail.
That's what's up.
Don't know why they keep on putting through the streets that is up, and then we're stuck. When I catch that nigga, I'ma call his bluff. I keep a pistol in my sweats and a bullet in the head. If the stand to hold less than 10 is an extra one in my pants. I lost friends and gained peace. In the streets, I ain't the man, but I'm a man, and they respect me. They know not to touch my hand or end up bleeding like they man. I shouldn't try to blame you. Show me your ways, and I try to change you. I try to show you my passion, and then amaze you.
Don't hate on my Spider-Man song, y'all. I don't know how it look, and I don't feel like looking at the reference too much.
They jumping ship, I don't know what to call it.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm calm. Rushing now. So I can at least give y'all some kind of end result. Wanted to cry, but I was ashamed to. Jumping ship, I don't know what to call it. Jumping ship, I don't know what to call it. Now notice there's a bigger distance here than here. So that would need to change to make sense. So that's going to make me bring this further out here.
Hello, Kayam, are you there?
Hey, yo, Nasty, spin the block.
Without this rap shit, I be outside clapping gas, pursuing traffic
again.
Stuck around and talking snakes here, and I got your back
again.
If they hit you once, they just gonna wait for you to lag again. They hit me, we hit them back to back to back to back again. The same shit that made me sad then.
The Spider-Man logo cool. What's up, Khalil Jefferson? What's up, bro? Yeah, man, I'm trying, man. Like, you know, we be caught up, man, working and doing all kind of other stuff. And I actually want to get y'all more in tune with some of the other stuff that I'm doing, the MMA stuff like this. I don't be knowing. This the thing. I don't be knowing what people want to see, man. I'm not a I'm not a mind reader on that type time. So I don't be knowing whether people want to see what. Like, do they want to see martial arts training? Do they want to see, you know what I'm saying? Because for real, man, I'm a behind the scenes guy for real. That's my real purpose and knack. I had to become a frontline person to protect my business based on old things that happened. So it's like, but really, you know, I'm a behind the scenes guy.
I was in the trap, my mama thinking I'm at granny house. Wasn't that far off because I had them drugs in granny house. I wanted my own shit, I ain't want to be at granny house.
All right, boom. So that, you know, evened it out a little bit more. We'll do is inking is what you would call this. The Now, this is another thing I saw somebody do that I thought was dope. They would draw it like this, right? Inside of the computer. So they'll still be able to stream and do all of that. Then what they would do is they would print it out very, very lightly on comic book paper, the kind of paper that we draw on when we make comic books, so that they could ink it traditionally. You know what I'm saying? Like then they put the real ink on it, and what that does is give a higher value to some traditional artwork. And then it also lets you have that line control back that you loved from natural work. Because I could definitely ink something better in real life than I can on this glass. That's for sure.
I'm more successful than the ones that used to teach, nigga. And I respect the game for real, that's why I teach niggas. If I can, I'ma show love because that's cheap, nigga. Niggas passing out them slugs like they free, nigga. I was falling down the path, that shit was
coming
steep.
Together now.
I was falling down the path, that shit was steep, nigga. I lost homies to some shit that wasn't deep, nigga. Some shit don't make no sense, but nothing makes sense in the streets, nigga. I lost homies to some shit that wasn't deep, nigga. Some shit that make no sense, but nothing makes sense in the streets, nigga.
Remember that.
My mom thinking I'm at granny house. Wasn't that far off because I had them drugs in granny house. I wanted my own shit, I ain't want to be at granny house.
Hustle hard.
Always had more work before I ran it out. They was grabbing clothes, I grabbed more work, Cayenne was standing out. I'm 16 but had shoot-offs for weeks, I bought my cannon out. Now I'm hot, they want me in the hood, pulling the camera out. Know some niggas love me there, but some niggas want to fan me out.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do before I even get down to hands, feet, and the stuff like that, that's time consuming for me, is figure out the pattern in which these webs go. And I'm trying to look at this Spider-Man costume. Let me turn Spider-Man's head a little bit more straight. Boom. And this is the cool part too. It's the difference in working digitally, right? The fact that you could just create another layer, right? Grab a different color, right? Now you done grabbed yourself a different color, and you're on another layer, and you could figure out, how you want to draw the how you want to draw the web lines or whatever, and it don't affect anything. You know what I'm saying? So I know like Spider-Man got something that be like, it be like this. Think, is that it? Leave this shit then right now. My boy Chris also see some people do it different ways. Gotta hop on Digimon. Yo, what is that? Losing friends, the enemy, call them piling. Hopefully this is the way that it's divided up. I'm really not sure. Stambo Stebo. I hit my people's back. Alright, so yeah, that's a little too high right there. So I'm gonna bring this one down a little bit. then what would this be like right in the middle right here? Feel like it should have been more of them, right? Something like that. I know some of them guys, they just be like, nah, yeah, we draw that fast as hell. And I don't know if that makes quite the amount a sense, because these lines might derive from this middle portion right here. You said don't get comfortable drawing in this position. You said don't. Why, yo? What's wrong with that? What's wrong? I don't know why you said that. Why you said that, bro? Yeah, so if it's normally like that, and then there'll be what they got, one, two, three, four. Is that four of them? It just feels like a lot too. So now you just got these Web Jones. I want to be it. And it's crazy because, yo, I watch people that draw him, and they draw these Jones like one line, like they just go whoop 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 whoop. Nah, I have to second guess my lines because in my head I don't know what it looks like. Like I wish I had better recall, like where I could just see it in my head of what characters look like. But when I'm doing it, I always feel like, nah, that ain't it. That ain't. I don't think they look like that. I always have doubt. The easiest is when I'm just drawing a random character that I'm making up because there's no way to draw them wrong. I'm drawing the costume that I want, that I just see in my head. Turn this Kai up. No, I'm asking you. Read it again. Oh, hey, yo, it don't get uncomfortable drawing that. Oh, my bad, bro. My bad. No, it is uncomfortable. 100%. I'm normally like slouched over my artwork in a totally different way. Like I don't draw like this at all. I don't draw like this at all, bro. I draw super slouched over my work ever since I was a little kid. So I'm super uncomfortable. But I figure I'll get more comfortable if I force myself to do this. And if I'm doing something on live or whatever, it'll really, really force my hand in that way. Now, what I think happens is these right here ain't supposed to be like this. I think that this should come to a point. See this right here? I feel like this is supposed to come down like this, like almost like that's a diamond there, and these come to that magic point, and then some of these come to a magic point, right? Is that it? Or is that wrong too? Y'all tell me. Shit might be wrong. I don't know. LLC, cause being on Jerome gonna have me case. Yeah. So that's another thing too, is I don't even know how the spider pattern works on his body either. I have no idea. I don't know if people all draw it the same. I'm sure that there's a easy science to it that once you're familiar with it, you're like, oh wow, that's how it works. Bet, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to try to see if I see other patterns online of how his if I type in like Spider-Man pattern, let's see. Web pattern. See if that. Oh no, that's literally making patterns. Spider-Man. Let's say I just put Spider-Man character design. It might just show like, oh, this is how all of those Johns line up. Yeah, like some people got wider versions. Some got, so basically somebody like Todd McFarlane, he had so much webbing and his look almost like ununiform. Like his Johns could do way more intricate. Way more intricate. Let's see, what's this one right here? This look intricate too. These ain't stolen or rented. These fishbowl not tinted. Okay, let me see. So is a straight line down. Let me make it bigger, man. Stop playing. Because I'm going to do a real line over top of it anyway, so it don't even matter. So it will be, oh, that's crazy. I would have never known that. I thought it was all equal lines going all the way down, and it's not. Once it gets to the chest, it forms a different pattern. That's why. So on his chest and going down his body, it ends at 4 sections. So this would be the 4 sections right here. 4 pieces. Then after the 4 pieces, how many are there? Oh, it gets super wide. Okay. So even this part right here actually gets into a wider piece. I ain't peeped that. That's what's up. And that's the craziest part is one day I'll look up and I'll be doing it in seconds. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. And then there's a part that goes to the connecting part right here. That's wild. You want to be distant. All right. Bullet holes extension. Yeah, godly work. And Marty Smith, what's up, man? What's up, bro? And then that pattern goes all the way. That is going to go up the neck. And then there's one that goes down the side of the arm like that. It's going to go all the way up. Right? Yeah, it's going to go all the way up like this. And then another one that's going to line up with this. Okay. Impatience. Okay, that makes sense. So it follows this line. Follows this line all the way up. But you know what? It's strange when you start looking at it from a different angle. Like if this right here goes here, start getting confusing, right? Right? Because if this one right here is going boom, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So it's 1, 2, 3 on that line up. Block away, only a block away, but you could barely afford food and shit. vital to you and shit. Do the shit. Thanks to Jerome Street. Alright, so this is coming from here. That's that line. And then this line right here. See what I'm saying, yo? I get lost in my own work the same way. And then I won't just, like, I want it to be so accurate. I'm such a stickler about it that I don't want to just draw anything. I want it to be the way it's supposed to be. How about the car start blinking? 2 gun minimum. Yeah, and then this going to go all the way down. How many times? Fuck. You around. Bitch made. And then get paid. How about the car start blinking? 2 gun minimum. Now I want to see too. How does that joint go all the way down to the fingers? Bring this all the way down. I ain't sweet or cakey. Trying to date me. Lose 2. 9mm, a loose screw. Ooh hoo. Boom, 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 boom. How many times I called on you niggas? And I probably walk with both flicks. Alright, so now time to add the webbing part. And I gotta find a pattern to this that like works for me easy. Because at some point it runs into the logo here. At some point it runs into the logo here.
Trying hard to break out of the slump that I'm in. I'm this close to my dreams, look, I'm slacking again. I just rolled past a nigga song.
Lacking again. Packing them in. Send it again.
And my other brother just showed me another FN. Same weapon for some time now, feel like a blessing.
I was riding with Taj Day. Splash, leave a scene. Maybelline.
It was a time money and bodies equal to everything. I was addicted, started music, this shit got me clean. My dog still was spinning, feel like I left the team. I came back 10-day contract and cleared the scene. Trying hard to break out of the slump that I'm in.
See, when the nigga quiet, that mean the nigga trying to figure out like, am I putting enough of these Jones on here? Cause look, it be dudes, they be like this, look. They be like, whoop, 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 whoop. They just be like, just nailing it. Boom, boom, boom. I don't have enough of that confidence with the character at this point. They just be like, boom, 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 boom. It makes me naturally like overthink, like, yo, that joint supposed to be like that or nah? What's up, friendly face, man? I'm drawing on a Wacom Cintiq. It's actually a old what do you call that? It's a old 27-inch version. You know, people usually they're drawing on either a 24 or a 32. And I'm working on the other version. So I like the England of the webs like that too, but I don't know if I'm gonna like that once we get all the way down the arm. Let's see. Do you draw too? Friendly face one. The cool part with I think it was Todd McFarlane, when he would draw him, he didn't worry about the webbing being symmetrical, and it made his Spider-Man look more like, I guess like the word would be like menacing, because it really looked more like webbing, where webbing isn't perfect. But once again, I don't have the confidence that he has to just do mine like that and be cool with it. I feel like I'll second guess every line of the webbing. I'm gonna constantly be looking at it like, is it correct? But you know what I'll do? I'll do something like take this same drawing, right? Since I'm on another layer, and like randomly draw the web pattern on there. Like save it, and every so often just go back to it and draw the web pattern on there and get better and better at it, to where it's like, okay, now you know how to draw the web pattern without even thinking about it. That's the cool part about doing digital, because if you was doing this traditionally, you would have to print it on a piece of paper, and then almost like it was a coloring book, and then go back and do that to it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, your daughter's a graphic designer. KCAD last year in Grand Rapids. That's what's up, man. I'm just trying to stay on top of things. Hey, so if she's in need of something, I mean, if she already graduated from there, she might want to be dealing on a large tablet. If she doesn't already have one, they could be a little bit pricey, but you could go for iPad Pro, which I also work off of, and they're amazing, to be honest. They're amazing. I bought one for my sensei's daughter that also draws. Yeah, it's great, because the fact that you could just pick up and just work wherever you are, and you can draw and study, you know what I mean, study shapes and do this type of stuff. Like you see how, like right now, look, like the fact that you could just be on different layers and stuff like that just makes you learn to build more confidence in what you're doing, because you know it's not permanent. You know what I'm saying? Like normally people just see the end result of stuff that I'm drawing. They don't see the work that was put into it, or the frustrating part when you were trying to do the webs or whatever the case. They only see the end. You know what I mean? So one thing I didn't do this entire video, I never pressed save one time. That's like one of the worst things that you could ever do. You don't press save and you feel like a complete idiot. So I'm gonna put Spider-Man try and save. That's bugged out to not do that. You feel me? Because something crazy happened. You have a wild power outage. I don't know. Anything. You'll be pissed as hell. I know. Speaking for myself, I'll be super heated. Feel like a dummy. Now I'm back on the other line, seeing some render lines that I could do. I'm trying not to force myself to rush based on the fact that I know that there's some people watching me, and just work the way I normally would. Normally I'll be chilling, and I might get to the point where I'm just like vibing, you know what I mean, listen to the music, resetting, looking around in my phone. I don't normally just sit here locked in like this the whole time. Like I said, you get tired, man. I do. Get tired of looking at this stuff. All right, let's get these feet and hands done.
Every story too have a happy ending, but truthfully, I don't know who wins in the end of this
What
one.
else we got? What else we gonna listen to?
I just keep fighting. God keep blessing me.
I'll listen to some. Oh yeah, I rock with Juice WRLD, man. I listen to a lot of different kinds of music. That's one thing with me. I'm not a one music type person. I don't think I'm coming back. It's a dark place I roam. Ain't no right way, just the wrong way. I know. With styrofoam. The same black hole that's in place of my soul. I'm empty. I feel so goddamn empty. I may go wrong. Don't tempt me. Big bullet holes. Auto. Yeah, I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. Yeah, life gets tough. Shit is getting real. Yeah, I don't know how to feel. Swallowing all these pills. I hate when a major part devil standing here is being blocked by something else. Like where this heel is connecting here. That's called bad planning on my part. Acting like mosh, pushing me. Oh me, how they kill me slowly. Lonely, I've been getting no peace. OD, feel like overdosing. It's crazy too to hear some of these guys, you know, when they rap and the things that they rap about, and that becomes like their demise. You know what I mean? It's sad. I'm so with styrofoam. Same black hole that's in place of my soul. I'm empty. I feel so goddamn empty. I may go wrong. Don't tempt me. Big bullet holes. I ain't suicidal. Only thing suicide is suicidal. Fight for survival. And obviously when it comes to like this muddy mountain type of thing, it's random. You know, you're just trying to make shapes that feel good to you. Exhale depression as the wind blows. These are the laws of living in vogue. We're perfectly imperfect children, rose from the dust. All of us are on a mission. Never gave a fuck. Really came from rags to riches. Now we live it up, driving with the roof. All right, now let's get this. Let's try to get these this hand right, and I'm gonna go to my lower joint. Think about the hand and the way the hand is constructed. With styrofoam. I'm empty. I feel so goddamn empty. I may go wrong. Don't tempt me. Big bullet hole. Send me out. And sometimes, well, I don't know if people. I've seen this one style of drawing Spider-Man's fingers that I definitely can't do. That damn near looked like the dude was making it feel like his fingers were like each finger was like a suction cup almost, you know what I'm saying? Like it really felt like he was sticky, but that doesn't fit this style drawing to find a way of doing it that matches or expresses the same type of, I guess, line work or whatever you want to call it. Something like that. Let me see what else, man. Listen to some of these 80s bangers. It's the work right here. Now remember, like when you're really thinking about the hand, it's really like knuckles right here, like, you know what I'm saying? It's all knuckles right here, and then the fingers, make sure that the camera don't go off. It's like broken into 3 pieces, you know what I'm saying? 3 pieces to the finger, you know what I mean? But when you're trying to bend them and all of that, that's where for me it'd be like, yo, yeah, if I'm drawing like a regular fist or something, it's a lot easier, but let me see. Yeah, because I never draw them. So I was like, I literally never draw Spider-Man for whatever reason. I'm usually like my go-to were like X-Men characters that I would find myself drawing a lot as a kid. So I was just like, you know what, man? I'm gonna draw Spider-Man, and because his outfit is so tight that it forces you to draw all of the muscle groups. You can't like shy away from drawing the muscles and stuff. That's like the real reason. You know what I mean? And you got to remember, it gets weird with the middle finger because the middle finger sticks out further than the pointer finger, but depending on how the angle is, it could get tricky. You know what I mean? That's why I'll, have, like I said, days where I nail hands and it flows good, and then I'll have days where the hands are killing me. That was for One Friendly Face. Hold that in control, love. This song's so fire to me, yo. This joint hot. And it was dope how back in the day, these dudes was like way more poetic. Like even like whatever kind of women existed in the world existed back then, right? But rather than them just get on a song and be like, she's a whore, you know what I'm saying? They had a smoother or more clean way of calling her that. You know what I'm saying? You hear him? He said she's an easy lover. You know what I mean? An easy lover sounds better. I don't like the way this pinky is coming off. I need to figure out how I want to do that, because I also got to think, when the hand is like this and that thumb is off to the side, is the pinky at all starting to become hidden behind anything? Like, is that part of it? Is it like this and then bent and behind the joint? I think so. You know what I mean? I think that's what does it. Seeing is believing is the only way you ever know. Alright, so let's add something on top of it and see if this stuff actually works. Only believe it like no other. The easy lover. He basically snitching in this song, if you really think about it. He like, I'm trying to let you see. I'm telling on her. Before you know it, you're gonna be on your knees. She out here destroying niggas. Trying to get the right amount of bend without getting too bendy. And that's where I struggle with stuff like that. I don't want to get too bendy with it. Heartache, the heartache, skin. Pat Benatar is the truth, yo. Straight up truth. Just that work. Straight work. Now this show a nigga age for real. This show age. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? You see how that's all like coming together now? Boom. Now, I'm gonna go back to that bluish green color that was on that one layer because it's something that's strange that happens with Spider-Man fingers is it changes at this point. We are young. We stand. No promises, no demands. I want to change that a little bit. Now, I'm an 80s kid, so music like this that has these certain kinds of like synths and stuff like that put me in a different drawing mood, and I almost feels like gives me different drawing powers. I don't know, because this is really the time period where I love doing this. When I was a kid, you know what I mean? And I wasn't really fully aware of our problems or our living conditions or anything like that. Like I ain't really know what's going on. Because everybody broke. Everybody got the same problems. So it ain't way on me. Yeah. Yeah. Know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Shit, this is my shit. Had Benatar at work. Getting on his hand right here. You know, these synths was the top like technology at the time. So whatever keyboard this was, popping. It had that shit. And sometimes I could try to do too much with the hand, like try to make it too expressy. I don't know. Or you gotta be like, no, bro, calm down and simplify it. This the shit too. Anything from the honestly, 80s got this shit on like on smash for real. This is like Spider-Man and his amazing friends Jones on what's that? Saturday morning, early morning joint. What? Matter of fact, the first WrestleMania and all of that. Work. This joint right here, what? See how many copyright strikes I get on these joints. Y'all gotta remember too, when you on YouTube and you play other people's music, this ain't for bread either. You can't get paid if you got other people's music in the background. Demonetizes you, understand? Like I said, this is just done off the love and trying to learn, how to bring a different form of content. And I don't like that either. Some inaccurate. All right. Yeah, crazy era, right, bro? Crazy era, man. Now I'm add the webbing on the bottom of the feet or whatever like that. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. With anything, you do it the first time, you'll learn like whatever the rules are of that thing. Like, yo, is there a stripe down the middle? Like how does it work? Is it supposed to be a stripe down the middle to the main part of the foot, and then you follow up with more stripes from there? Like, and you don't want the stripe to necessarily go along the same pattern of the muscle, because then you can't see the stripe no more. Like, it is crazy how it ends up being. Sometimes that stripe could go along with the muscle line, and now you lose that line. Just freestyle and just make up something, whatever. And then how close to the top or the joint. You just go, all right, cool. Hopefully I'm doing it right. Oh yeah, this the joint where they gave out Shorty phone number. I think this might be the one phone number you're not allowed to have because of that joint. Like nobody can have his phone number, dog. Your number. Y'all don't know no playlist like that, man. We got, you know what I mean? We got a little car from Jerome Street, man. We got everything on this joint. We got everything on this. All kind of work. Boom. Now this, so I know y'all could see it kind of on the joint like this, but I'm gonna show y'all the Wacom version so y'all could like see it more on the screen. You know what I'm saying? So y'all could probably see me drawing like in the corner or whatever. Let me turn this camera on and off just in case. So y'all can see this, but when you do it like this, it just looks like it's drawing itself. You feel what I'm saying? It seems like it's like drawing itself. Yo, they notes was terrible on that part. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. Horrible. But yeah, man, you know what I mean? Spider-Man, man, coming along, man. And y'all might see this joint fully rendered out, drawn with all the extra details and stuff where I could really sit and chill the way I like to. But like even right now, you see how those marks are standing out like that. Let's say I was to take that layer, right, with all the webbing on there or whatever. I'm gonna duplicate it just so I don't mess up the original one or whatever like that, right? I could take that, lock the layer, and then hit that layer with the same purple color so that everything's the same. That thing lagging. Computer doing way too much at once. Like, bro, you got me streaming, drawing, all types of stuff, bro. My bad. Save. Got Spider-Man in there looking like, you know what I mean? He looking alright, man. He looking alright. Could use some work, man. But go back to the render. Now I wanna go in with a 20 size nib. All these songs was crazy. Super weird though. I definitely feel like the 80s had a strange time of music. My mom Dukes used to listen to this joint right here. It's joint hard. Nah, I'm gonna definitely be doing more like this, and like I said, man, I feel like I'll be able to do it more relaxed eventually. Right now, I haven't gained that comfort yet, but it'll come. But see, now you get to the point where you could just add in more subtle details to give your render a little bit more feeling and make those muscle groups, pop a little bit more. Yeah, this joint hard, man. It's just like this Mom Duke's music, man. And so, for a lot of people, they know my mom. They know the storyline somewhat from the podcast of my mom, and they know when they talk about my mom, they talk about what we call Dyke Tyson. I had two mothers growing up, two sisters. My birth mom gave me to her sister when I was when I was a baby. So I lived with her, raised with her on a daily, and then I would go to my birth mom's crib on the weekends. So I was like in two different, projects or whatever, two different joints. But most of my time was with who I refer to as mommy, which is Dyke Tyson. Hold on, let me make sure I'm doing this right. So when I say this music, this is my birth mom's music. My mom that I was, spent most of my time with, Dyke Tyson, she listened to straight rap. She's a gangster. She's a goon, man. She lived a more of a, she was a street life individual, where my birth mom is the complete opposite. When I say complete opposite, I'm talking about complete opposite. Like my birth mom was one of those people like, oh, you getting suspended from school? If you get hit, don't do that. Go tell a teacher. And my mom that raised me every day was like, nah, somebody push you, you punch them. They punch you, you kick them. You know what I mean? They kick you, you bust them over the head with something. And that resonated more with me anyway, so that was the advice that I took. I took that advice because that fit more with the way I thought about it in my mind. I was like, yeah, that's how I want to answer to that. I don't know what she talking about. I wanted to catch reg if a person put their heads on me. But two totally different people. But I got influences both ways. So, in the end, I look at everything that happened and reasons that I had to go live different places as being like a super blessing, and probably just made my life more interesting. So I don't regret nothing. Oh, it ain't for me. It can't call it regret because I ain't had no, choice in the matter. But I'm glad how it happened. It's like what 50 Cent said: "If I die today, I'm happy how my life turned out." Like that's how I feel about it. Yeah, now the little details is coming in. There we go. Them renders is coming through now. Those little renders make a difference too, man. It start really shaping out the character, the muscle, and all of that. Both moms were supportive of my art, but my birth mom was more supportive financially, meaning like if I needed, paper to draw on or markers and stuff like that, my mom made sure that I had those things. Like it was like as important as anything else. Like when a person knows like this is what you're going to be. Like y'all, I ain't gonna front. Even in school, right? Teachers used to really just be like, yo, not let me do anything I wanted, but for the most part, they didn't care about like whether or not I was like in class in the exact same way that the other kids was. They kind of just looked at it like, yo, that boy, the way that boy he draw, let him go do his thing. I used to be like airbrushing in class. I got put onto these things called compressed air cans. They would get all cold in my book bag, have ice all over them. But I would be in the middle of like math class, spraying like airbrushing, painting a shirt. That's how it was in the in the 90s. Real rap. And I'm so happy for teachers and stuff like that kind of just was like, let the kid rock out, man. And it was some teachers that was even like that about rap. They knew, like if they would hear kids and knew like, nah, this nigga really nice or whatever. Shout out to niggas like Mr. Feinstein. He used to literally let us have ciphers in his classroom. Off-peak hours and all that, like let us have ciphers right in his classroom, yo. Once he heard like niggas, because I was one of those kids that like I said, I always worked for my bread, even when my friends was doing whatever they was doing to bring their part to stuff as adults. But when I was in high school, my bad if I'm out of frame or whatever, when I was in high school, I used to like not eat lunch. I got like $20 lunch money, and I would not eat lunch that week, and I'd keep the $20. And then if I didn't eat lunch the next week, I had $40, and studio time was $40 an hour. So in a month, they had a 2-hour minimum at the studio. So in a month's time, I would have enough money to go to the studio for 2 hours. And back then, kids, we knew all our raps front and back. So I would go in there in 2 hours and record like 4 or 5 songs or whatever like that. And that's what I used to do in back in like 1997 and shit like that, yo. Just spend my time doing shit like that. Let's see. And then when I brought in, when we came in with our like demos and everything like that, and certain teachers heard that shit, whether it was like a Mr. Boxley or Mr. Feinstein, they knew like, oh, wait a minute, these kids ain't playing around, because they listen to rap and they like, yo, these niggas really came in with real music, like real songs. Like they not like just rapping in the lunchroom. And the same way y'all watch my productions and the things that I, helped create before, I always wanted the productions to be next level professional. That's why when you first saw me with my own podcast, I had a female DJ, and I had cartoons drawn. It was basically like me showcasing all of the stuff that I could do, you know what I'm saying? And then showing how big the production could be. And I thought like that even as a kid. I was like, nah, I don't want to just be rapping and hitting lunch tables. I was trying to figure out like, yo, what do they be making them beats on in real life? Like, and I remember my birth mom, I remember convincing her to get a Sam Ash credit card. And me and Breeze and his mom and all of that, like we went and got a keyboard called Triton that you could make beats on. Got the Triton on that card, and I remember back then that just being like the most expensive purchase of all time for any of us. Like, and them songs that I played earlier on here was the stuff that we recorded on that, because people we knew didn't even have, like, they didn't even have MPCs, and they didn't have nothing. Nobody was making, if they was rapping to an instrumental. Bull was a freak bull right here on this drum. Welcome to the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle, it gets worse here every day. You learn to live like an animal in the jungle where we play. If you got a hunger for what you see, you'll take it eventually. You can have anything you want, but you better not take it from me. In the jungle, welcome to the jungle, won't you bring it to your...
But I'm probably not gonna ink this now, yo. What time is it? It's 7:20. I'm probably gonna dip out of this joint. Let me go back to my other screen and all of that. Man, go back to this joint. But y'all, you know, y'all got to see somewhat of how the work goes down. This the background, yeah. So I'm gonna clean this up by grabbing a big eraser and getting rid of some of that scratchy work in the background. See, this is some of that scratchy work. Clean that up. And then, like I said, like, let's say I took this and I printed it out and then did the inking. If I would do the ink by hand, like, well, it's all by hand, but you know what I mean? Like I did it traditionally. I'd be able to get more control over the lines and these, you know, there's certain ways that the pen like digs into the paper that's just different than what you could do on here. And my hands don't hurt, and you can't see it, but yo, I got like calluses from holding this damn thing like this, man. You know? But y'all see it? Give y'all one more look at this joint. You know what I mean? Something light for the day, man. I'll do some more developed things and some better stuff for y'all. Y'all might come and see this one day, and I'm working on it, doing like the colors and making it come to life, man. Y'all tell me suggestions on what I need to do different, better, you know, on the stream, because like I said, this is the practice run. That's why this joint says trial on there, man. So appreciate everybody that was on here, watching. And Monday we'll be back to the regular talk heavy. See, I got the